Yo, what's up, guys? What's happening? It is your boy. Welcome to another reaction. This one is from, I believe, Dark Ace Animations or MJV Animations. You'll be able to tell by the title or the link in the description. You'll see right now. It's because the way I have it set up is just giving me the title. Anyways, I don't want to do much talking on this video because my phone will overheat. And this one's shorter than the other one, so I just want to get through this one smoothly. Y'all ready? Oh, it is titled "There's a Serial Killer at My University." So let's see what they talking about. Oh, it's Dark Ace Animations.
There's a serial killer at Virginia State University. Growing up, my mother had made me watch murder shows with her, which eventually turned me into a paranoid 20-year-old who's afraid of her own shadow. My mother had heard of the killings and begged me to come home, but I couldn't just up and leave in the middle of the semester. I'd just have to stick it out and hope for the best.
So obviously school is more important than your life. Alright. Then again, if she already paid for her classes, that'd be a waste. Still, money's not more important than your life. I would've just dipped. I don't even like school to begin with.
I wouldn't be worried if the killer had a pattern, but he didn't. He killed men and women. Nobody was safe. So far, 8 students had been murdered, 6 males and 2 females. He branded them too, as if he were proud of what he did. He carved what number victims there were on their foreheads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, my train of thought was interrupted by my roommate Emma. Hey, I greeted. How's it out there? Pretty quiet. Besides the police cars patrolling, she replied, getting a yogurt out of our fridge and plopping down onto the armchair. Looks like the hash-slinging slasher couldn't wait until midterms were over to begin his little killing spree. Tell me about it, I muttered, flipping through another page of my binder. I'm up to here in study notes. The entire coffee table was scattered with mathematical equations, scientific equations, and 2 English lit books that I had yet to read for next week. No one told you to take 18 units, Emma taunted, scooping a spoonful of yogurt into her mouth. Piss off, Em. Sorry. I'll tell you what. Let's go to the library. We still got a few hours to kill before curfew anyway. I got some studying to do too. I sighed.
Well, like, I was gonna say they got curfew at a university, but, probably since there's a killer on the loose, I guess it makes sense.
I'd been in our cramped dorm all day. Maybe a change of scenery would help me focus a bit more. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll try anything at this point, I muttered, and I gathered my things. Emma was right. It was terrifyingly quiet outside. Everyone was too scared to come out of their rooms, even though the murders usually took place in the early morning or late at night. Not Emma, though. I guess Emma wasn't afraid of anything. Surprisingly, there were quite a bit of students in the library, despite everything going on. Midterms were still taking place, which to me was a good thing. It kept us distracted from the ugliness outside. What type of rock is this? Emma asked, pointing to a sandy and crumbly rock in a geology textbook. Sedimentary, I mumbled, then went back to solving equations. We studied in silence after that, Emma occasionally asking about another rock she couldn't identify. Having a change of scenery actually did help me concentrate better. All I had left to do was read the 2 English lit books. An hour later, Emma closed her geology book. I'm beat. Want me to wait for you? I waved my hand, not bothering to look up from my book. Nah, go ahead. I'll be there in half an hour. Okay, see you later, she yawned, before gathering her things and leaving the library. The second book was much bigger, but I figured I could read at least a quarter of it before curfew and continue the rest over the weekend. It was a combination of Othello, Hamlet, Alexander Pope's essay criticism, and about 3 or 4 other stories. I'd finished Othello and gotten to Hamlet when my phone became vibrating. I blindly kept pressing the decline button repeatedly. It was probably Emma and her stupid geology rocks. I was making good time. After Hamlet, I was halfway through Pope when I looked at the library clock. 9:15 p.m. Oh crap, curfew was at 8:30.
Damn.
I'm dead, I whispered, and furiously gathered my things. I hadn't even noticed I was the last one here. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead.
Yep.
I ran out the door, dropping at least 2 of my pens in the process. It was eerily silent, even more silent than it was earlier. With a nervous sigh, I began fast walking back to my dorm.
Wait, I probably didn't pay attention. I didn't listen. But her friend left her there, knowing there's a serial killer out. What a friend.
Which was a 15-minute walk. However, with my huge bag and textbooks, it would probably take 25. I pulled out my phone and called Emma, who answered on the first ring. Where the hell are you? I've been calling you for over an hour. I know, I'm sorry. I lost track of time. I'll be there soon, okay? I'm meeting you halfway. Emma, no, just stay there. Look, if I'm not home by 9:50, then come look for me or call the cops. It's too dangerous for you to leave. She huffed in irritation.
She is the problem. You're alone anyways. Like I said, I probably didn't miss the part where she probably told her, hey, I'm a dip. And she stayed willingly? Okay, then that's on her.
Fine, 9:50. Not a minute sooner.
Nah,
She hung up before I could reply.
I'd have been like,
and I
meet me
sighed
halfway.
tiredly, stuffing my phone into my pocket. Breaking curfew too? I jumped a million feet in the air, my heart leaping out of my chest as I spun around and met the green eyes of a man. He smiled and ran a hand through his hair. I saw you in the library. Figured you could use a guardian angel, he said. I'm okay. My dorm isn't far from here, I replied.
Keep
I
walking.
insist. A lady shouldn't be out by herself at these hours, especially not with a killer on the loose.
Sus.
I can manage. You
Why-
can never be too safe.
Bro, get your ass back up. Why? Okay, this is my thing. Why would you turn your back on a stranger in the middle of the night knowing there's a serial killer on your campus?
Name's Ethan, by the way, he said, walking alongside me, much to my dismay. Nice to meet you, I replied.
Is it?
Are you not going to give me your name? No.
Nope.
Ethan chuckled. All right, fair enough. What year are you in? Junior. Senior. Chemistry major. That's nice. He raised an eyebrow. You don't talk much, do you? Not to strangers in the middle of the night in particular? No, I said. Again, he chuckled. I can respect that. I promise you I'm not a killer. Just looking out. I know I was being kind of a jerk at this point, but something about this guy just seemed off. I couldn't pinpoint it, but my gut instinct told me this is my stop. My instinct told me this guy was bad news. It was still a 10 or so minute walk to my dorm, so when he came across the north dorms, I took this as my chance to book it. This is my stop, I said, stopping in front of the building. Thanks. For the walk to my dorm, I mean. He smiled, white teeth shining against the darkness of the night. Don't mention it. Hey, listen. I know this is a bit straightforward, but could I get your number? My small smile faded. I'm sorry, I don't know you. I don't just give out my number like that. His boyish smile was replaced with a hardened expression. Really? I walk you back to your dorm and you can't even give me your number?
Well, first of all, she told you she was good. You insisted, so that's on you.
I never asked you to. I don't owe you anything, Ethan.
Exactly.
Gritting my teeth, I turned to walk off, when one of his arms suddenly wrapped around me in a bear hug and the other clamped over my mouth. You do owe me, he sneered. He began dragging me towards the woods, and I quickly planted my feet into my fighting stance. I stepped on his foot as hard as I could and slammed my head into his mouth. Once he released me, I spun around and elbowed him in the throat.
There you
I
go.
must have hit his Adam apple pretty hard because he gurgled and fell to the ground. A man's groin and throat are always his weak spots. He tried to crawl away, and I kicked him in the head. Well, that's 9 in a row that the terrified, innocent little girl act works, I said, taking my knife out of my back pocket. I I flipped Ethan over and pressed my foot into his throat,
There you
filling
go.
the crack what was left of his Adam's apple. When a girl says no, Ethan, she means no, I sneered.
Sometimes. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. It's nothing bad. I promise. I respect women like that say no. Like, I'm not the one to force anything on a woman. But I just say I probably shouldn't say it since my lady will probably watch this. Maybe. But, on the safe side.
Stomped his lip. His blank green eyes stared up at the sky, and I smirked. After carving the number 9 into his forehead, I quickly ran to my dorm before Emma could throw a fit. After scolding me for breaking curfew, she went to her room and I went to mine. I wasn't supposed to have a number 9 tonight, but Ethan just had to show up and not give me a break. If you're reading this far, please don't think I'm some monster who targets random individuals, because I'm not. I target those who do nothing but inflict pain. Partner abusers, women abusers, child abusers, and so forth.
Kind of like, have you guys seen the Death Note? It's an anime. I think it's on Netflix too, but it's like real life actors. It's pretty much somebody who gets a note, and if they write somebody's name, they'll die. I don't want to speak too much about it. Y'all like anime, go check it out if it sounds interesting. But it's some random student kid gets a notebook, you write somebody's name, that person dies. And the guy that gets the guy that's writing the names in the notebook, he only kills people that, like how she said, child criminals. Just put it in that. Just kills criminals. Trying to make the world a better place. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. It reminded me of Death Note.
I think I do a pretty good deed, don't you? As I was about to go to sleep, my phone rang, seeing my best friend's name on it. I quickly answered. Hello? Hey, how are things over there? I sighed. I didn't have anything planned, but I got attacked and had to improvise. Aside from that, all is well. That was number 9. One more to go. I know you can do this. Think of the next person you're saving whenever you have to do it. Yeah, I know. I can always count on you. You have no idea how proud I am of you, Chloe.
Our official merch store is finally here. If you want to support more of our channel, check out our merch shop. The link is in the description down below.
First show. Well, I like this one. It was pretty cool. I like this one. It was pretty cool. Like I said, that kind of reminded me of Death Note. Only difference is she don't have a notebook. But okay, look, let me just, hopefully my phone doesn't overheat. Let me just add something on top of that. So I don't know. It's taking somebody's life. It's still bad. But it's like people, I don't know. I mean, they're pretty much criminals. They just haven't gotten caught. And it's just people like that, I just feel like don't even need to be here. I'm not saying take their life. It's the right thing to do. I mean, obviously no one's perfect. This world's never gonna be perfect. Don't matter how many of those people get locked up or get killed. But it's just good to know one of those people either got locked up or worse. Can you blame her for it? That could have been her, honestly. It's like kill or be killed. That could have been her. He attacked her, bear hug. Who knows what he would have done to her? I mean, I would have probably said just elbow his Adam's apple, dip. That's all. But he would have probably came back looking for her the next day, or he would have came back for her. So she decided to take care of it there and there. Then and there. Which, if that was to happen to somebody like that, a bad person like that, honest, like a rapist or a child rapist, I wouldn't feel bad, honestly. I don't want to speak too much of it because I don't want to get in trouble. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Alright, well, I am gonna dip. feel like I've been here, I think almost 2 hours, and I've only done like 2 videos. I don't know if my baby woke up yet. I'm gonna try and sneak in another video. Okay, anyways, that was by Dark Ace Animation. The link will be down in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. And yeah, if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.